Good morning, Mandela Robotics. How's everyone doing today? This is your hub update as I sit here on this wonderful Monday, I guess Tuesday morning. We had a long weekend before us. Coffee in hand, ready to go. Here's your updates for this week. Here's what you guys need to know. We are currently, let me hop over to my screen here. We're currently at a place where the checklist is updated and we have a sum total of, I'm just going to go check this right here. We have this week, we have next week, we have the week after, and then on the, officially our last day, I believe, is the 15th, with a few, potentially a few more classes towards the end. But for all intents and purposes, we got 3 weeks left. So I just want to talk briefly to the introductory students, I want to talk briefly to the intermediate students. Let's start with the intermediates, actually. So intermediates, you guys have a few projects to work on right now, including your Arduino circuits, your security system project. We talked about this last week. Obviously, there's no meeting this week because this week is weird for those of us that are in person. We actually don't have any classes. We don't have any in-person classes this week on Thursday or Friday due to grads. So congratulations to anybody in here who is graduating this week. That's fantastic. Good for you. But for those intermediates, because we had the long weekend on Monday, again, super weird week. Monday's the day off. Thursday and Friday's grad. It's just weird all around. That means that you guys didn't have a class. Finish up your security systems. If you have any questions, they can go in the discussion forum, the private discussions. I'm happy to answer those questions, and we will go from there. So I look forward to seeing your circuits for this. That's literally the only thing for intermediate advanced this week. Nice and easy. For intros, what you guys have going on is finishing up your Arduino circuits that we talked about last week. That's 1.07. I'm just going to hop over to that in the checklist here so you can see what I'm talking about. And I've had a couple questions about this one, and I'm just going to quickly grab the link here. Excuse me. This is the one we talked about where we were doing the 4 circuits: blink, digital read serial, analog write, and analog read. There's also, just so you all know, there's tutorials for all of them, so they should be relatively simple and straightforward for you to hook up. If you're not sure, go check the tutorial. Go through it very, very logically there. I do ask as well that everybody go through the 4 videos that are at the end here, okay? If you've taken computer science before, all of this should just be a review of the different syntax used in Arduino. Syntax being the different way of writing, the end of a statement, the different ways of doing things in different languages, basically. We use the equation here of grammar rules between, say English or French. It's still the same kind of logic, same structure. Okay. I would recommend that you were able to answer these questions at the bottom here, but you don't absolutely have to, because I assume that some of you come in with some background in this. And for those of you that don't, again, recommend that you do those. At the end of the week on Thursday, we are going to have class Thursday morning because nobody in the intro class is involved in the graduation ceremonies. And that means that Thursday morning we are going to chat about the last parts of this class, which are going to be your Arduino Skilled and your Arduino final project. Okay, that's actually literally where we're going to end with Hub this year. In a normal year, if we were in person, I might give everyone a shot at the bonus credit, which is 1.10, 1.11, and 1.12. What's going to happen for you in Hub is, for those of you that choose to come back to us in the new year and decide to take intermediate robotics, I'm going to have this be your first project when you get to your grade 11 class, and that will kind of set you up as your first credit. So instead of getting a bonus credit here, you'll get it in grade 11, and life is pretty good from there. Okay, we're going to talk about the skilled level challenges. There's a couple different challenges in here that talk about how to use servo motors, how to use the program fritzing and flowcharts, a couple more skills that we need in the last couple weeks of this class. And we may also in our class touch on the final project, which is the blinking lights game. By far one of my favorite pieces of this class. You can see that it's actually a very short assignment. It's actually a very complex assignment. It requires you to take your learning even further. Just so you guys know, if you finish up 1.07, I'm happy to award you your credits for Arduino and for electronics at a basic and sometimes competent level, depending on how well you do them. If you want to get higher marks than that, that's where we go into the 1.08 and 1.09, which is kind of cool. So any questions, let me know. You guys know where to find me in the discussion forum, but I think we've covered everything we need to cover at this point. Here is your rundown of stuff. So intros, we'll see you on Thursday. Finish up your Arduino circuits, and we'll talk skilled and exemplary this week. And intermediates, keep working on your projects and post any questions you have into your discussion forum. Cheers, guys. Have a great week.